我最喜欢的应该就是1打1的模式，因为我觉得这个平常你不太会去交手到。
去年也是，就是在第3轮遇到比尔森被他击败了嘛，所以说第1轮遇到他压力还是很大的。
I will obviously try and win as many games as possible since there's a Spanish crowd and I don't want to look like an idiot in front of them.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of Wayless in my whole life. I'm sure he's pretty good, but yeah, I'm probably gonna smash him.
一般1v1的话，就是讲究的都是套路啊，找一些套路的话，应该还好吧。
Mouse is not strong, I think. She's so weak, so I think I can win. No, I'm 100% win.
Aphromoo, you are coming to Spain to play against me, and probably this is gonna be the first and last game you play here.
My first and last match in Spain. That's funny. Good luck.
It is on! Welcome back to All-Stars 2016 live from Barcelona as we are joined by Marcin Jankowski at the desk as we get ready to dive into our 1v1 tournament. And well, it seems that the competitors are ready. At least, Jankos, you came here saying that you wanted to flame them because you were only playing tomorrow, but they're starting to flame each other already.
I mean, that's pretty good. You know, it's always nice to hear some trash talk, but as for now, it looks like Aphromoo has no chance. I just want to start off, but I mean, they had already a 1v1 today. They were playing Timo Meat, you know, 1v1 kind of, and Aphromoo was like 0-6, maybe 0-7. I'm not sure right now.
Good indeed. Yeah,
not that great dodging skill shots while stealth either. But yeah, to speak a little bit to the rules, you can also trash talk the other guy in game. Like when they're hooked up, they can talk to each other. Froggen utilized that last year. The rest of the rules pretty much remain the same from last year. It's blind pick with bans, so each player gets to ban 3 and then blind pick. You can win by getting first blood, 100 CS, or first turn.
Yep, definitely. And of course, we have to highlight one change to this year's 1v1 tournament, which is the Froggen rule. And in case you forgot, let's get a refresher on an interaction from All-Star 2016.
Oh, whoa! He's gone to the fountain! There's no way! Oh, this is amazing! Oh my God! Oh no! It's happening again! That's it, boys! I didn't even know I hit you! I didn't get vision of you!
This year, there's no Johns, no remakes. If you dashed and, you know, go into the enemy fountain and lose, that's
fault.
it.
Yeah, it's your fault. Well, it could be interesting. We saw a lot of Tom Kenshin, IWCA, and he did also use the snowball back then, but not being able to exploit that anymore.
That one is less about kind of killing yourself and more about killing the enemy. You snowball in, you get the 3 procs, you eat the enemy, normally a marksman. They can't actually handle the damage. And Tom Kench kind of becomes unkillable at one point with the grey health, so he's a very strong pick that we'll see more this year.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want you to go ahead and talk about any of the strategies, but Crepo did it for you. He was saying that you guys were practicing. I'm not going to repeat it, but which champions you were practicing before?
I would repeat it because Crepo already did. He said you were doing level 1 rush practice like Quinn and Kennen to see who would win. Is that the best way to practice for 1v1?
No.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, so normally we don't finish the games by 100 CS, but I suppose on stage it will be like mostly 100 CS. Right now it just seems like we had a lot of fun. We were just like dying level 1s basically, like level 2 all in, level 3 all in. So we didn't get a lot of efficient practice, and I think me and Miffy could be a little bit doomed against our opponents, but we'll see.
We will see. Let's take a look at the first half of our bracket. You're only playing tomorrow, but a lot of heavy hitters are starting off today. And not in the least, that very first game, xPeke versus Aphromoo, then Impact versus Mouse, and Clearlove versus Bjergsen. Ron OP from the GPL. He has a bye to day 2. And then we have Mithy versus Levi, Double Lift versus Wayless, Mimi versus Optimus, and Mad Life versus Uzi. A lot of very strong matchups. Bjergsen said about his matchup over Clearlove, well, I can't lose. What's it going to look like if I lose against a jungler?
It'll look bad.
Yeah, it'll look very bad.
You also
no offense.
You really wanted to play against other junglers, but I think you were matched up against Prey tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah, it hurts. Oh, yes.
Yeah. AD have better mechanics than junglers? Come on.
I mean,
not Rainova, though. I mean,
you know, I've been playing professional League of Legends since like 3 years. Like overall playing League maybe 4, maybe 5, and I never played on a lane, you know. And this guy, like probably before he was born, he was already, practicing his mother's belly about like 2v2 matchups. So it might be a little bit tough, but maybe I'll have some cheese, so we'll see.
We'll see what happens. And one important thing to look forward to as well, if a match ends before the minions meet in the middle of Murder Bridge, the esports and legendary mystery gift bonus will increase as well. And you guys had some stress.
That's why they were checking it. They knew they were getting those legendary esports chance increases.
That was all for the viewers. And the first one is xPeke up versus Aphromoo, so we'll see what happens there. Very big matchup.
Aphromoo is susceptible to mind games. He got trapped into a zillion no-item 100 CS battle last year and ended up losing. So we'll see if anyone has like a gentleman's agreement to do a specific strategy or something, or if they just go for it. I'm looking forward to this.
Me too, so let's throw it down to Dash to introduce the competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to bear witness to the greatest event in esports history. And you know what? I think I might need some help with this one, so help me join together. Put your hands together for the LVPs. Ibai Llanos!
Sergio James Peterson, muchas gracias, Dash. Es un placer estar hoy contigo.
Now we are here to introduce the 1v1 tournament, the pinnacle of competitive League of Legends. And out there on the Howling Abyss, it is just mano a mano.
Empezamos el 1 contra 1 con un enfrentamiento histórico. Un hombre que ha destrozado muchas líneas, pero hoy solo tiene que destrozar una. xPeke!
His opponent, playing for Team Fire, North America's Dam Master General and CLG's man with a plan. Put your hands together for Aphromoo! All right, gentlemen, let's lock and load and have a clean game.
Hello, everybody. Crepo's still here, but I'm now joined by Deficio, a 1v1 expert. I'm
Quite a downgrade. Definitely not a 1v1 expert just yet, but after we watched a few games, maybe we both will be, because this is kind of the thing as a caster. When you look at the all-star schedule, you really want to cast, and the players, they really want to win the 1v1 tournament.
Players progressively, as year and year goes by, get more serious about these 1v1s. The first time is like, you know, little cheese here and there, but these guys actually have been practicing to varying degrees of success. But they're definitely all talking about it.
Yeah, and I walked by like all the player rooms, just kind of peeking in, seeing, you know, what are they practicing? What mode is it? It was 1v1 for like every single team. So we're gonna have like this very interesting meta in the 1v1 alone that might change a little bit during the games. Last year, obviously it started with some Lucian. He became like the best pick overall. Kennen was played a lot, Caitlyn as well. Some of the picks we will see here again.
Yeah, and that's when we also saw teams kind of foregoing the 1v1 potential, shifting more to like, let's lace to 100 CS in the most uncreative way possible. And Nasa's AP was born, or Nasa's tank router with Emax.
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of everything. Obviously, we have xPeke, one side here from Origin still in the ULCS. And played mid lane here at All-Stars, played a bit of AD carry here at Daisies.
A bit of AD carry.
A bit of AD carry. He's swapped around.
Season.
An entire split, actually, as AD carry. But the 1v1 is still a thing where he should be really good with so many years of experience. But I actually think Aphromoo as well, because he's so mechanically gifted, is very strong in this kind of game as well.
Yeah, for a very long time, played mechanically proficient champions. Last year, he couldn't show off. The analyst has touched on it. He was baited into a zillion 1v1, 100 CS, no items. It's kind of the equivalent of Final Destination Fox. But I want to see Aphromoo just whip out the AD carry and beat xPeke in a 1v1 marksman duel.
Give me Draven, you know. You just touched on the marksmen. We know they're really strong in this mode here, especially Caitlyn is like the perm band. Kennen as well being played as an AD carry, super, super strong. Ezreal being used quite a bit. Kalista was used in the wildcard tournament as well. So a lot of these AD carries are like some of the very strong picks. And look at that little setup.
Yeah, we decided to tune our champion select just a little bit here. Time's ticking down, 3 more seconds remaining for the first ban on the side of Peke. Let's see what he gets rid of.
Nothing, it seems. Either he forgot or they have agreed not to ban anything.
Last year, we saw the teams ban out certain champions to spell out whatever it was going to be. There was, in the finals, it was a TSM ban both ways between Double Ifrauder and Bjergsen. This time, though, they're banning strong champions. Pantheon, really good at level 2 spike, all in.
Yeah, Syndra, obviously one of the strongest 1v1 mages. LeBlanc is another one. Aurelion Sol in a 1-lane map really does not make a whole lot of sense. You can't really roam anywhere.
Yeah. Push and roam.
Yeah,
roam
where are you
relic.
going? Where would you go? So that's a special one from Aphromoo. Maybe he's been scouting Peke's match history, because these players, as we said before, they've just been sitting and spamming 1v1s against each other.
Has to be poor if you actually let the game end, though. I guess, yeah, the 1v1s tend to actually finish because you can't pause out of them, so you can actually scout on the match history what they have been playing.
Yeah, exactly. Price coming in. The Blanc is open for Peke. Pick he's obviously used quite a lot throughout his career, even though it is a bit changed right now. But come on, it's 80 carries we're mainly looking at. And that one counts as an 80 carry right now.
And the players can't see the screen, by the way. They can watch up because we decided to be a little bit more lenient with competitive integrity here. The players are sitting in front of the screen.
Oh!
He's looking at xPeke. He's like, okay, can we see the team on both sides?
It's the rematch from the marksman mode we just had.
With the ultimate mind games, because now both players can look up at the giant monitor that's in-house and see Teemo versus Teemo.
And remember, they can also talk to each other.
But they can also change at the last second and then look up at your opponent, stare him in the eyes and say, I'm here to win.
6, 5, it's going down. I mean, they might just do this, the rematch from that marksman mode. Where Peke went, no! Change it! There's the Draven! We got the Draven from Aphromoo. An old special from him for sure. Back when he used to be an 80 carry.
Used to be a streamer initially, 80 carry focused. Played on a few teams, but then went into competitive. Switch to support Kennen here as the opposition. You really want to get that stun out as soon as you can.
Oh, yeah.
If you let Draven connect 1, 2, 3 axes, you're going to be suffering. So this is likely a matchup where Kennen wants to get to like level 6 for the all-in. Or just zone with stuns.
I actually thought Kennen would be banned a lot in this. I mean, first game, you know, small sample size.
I mean, he forgot to ban.
He definitely, I mean, that was Peke who forgot to ban here, but Kennen really is one of the best because his auto-attack trading is so good as well. Getting a few stacks on them to get some extra damage in there. It's hard to trade with his Q skill shot as well. You have to dodge that one. So Kennen, even before 6, is just really good at trading with other 80 carries. And that's why he's so good, because he then also has all-in later.
Versus range matchups, it starts at level 2. Because a Kennen usually wants to start W, stack up the 4 for 5th shot, attack the enemy laner rather, and then press W for the poke. However, it's very hard to do that versus range champions. So in a ranged matchups, we could usually see Kennen start with Q. And then at level 2, they have enough spells to chain a stun together very easily and take control of the lane.
And that's really one of the important things here for Aphromoo to kind of play around, because he can see the stacks at all times. He knows don't take a trade if you're about to get stunned by a stack. And also level 6, watch out for that all-in from Peke. There is exhaust on both sides.
Yeah, if you're new to 1v1s and you don't see any flashes or snowballs, it's because they're very gimmicky. You do not want to run flash in a 1v1. Combat summoners galore, you usually see exhaust ignite, and if you're maybe a mage, it could be exhaust and barrier if you're playing for the minion game.
Exactly. If you play for 100 CS because you're boring, you go barrier. If you actually want to go for the kills, you can take some more offensive summoners, ignite, exhaust in this case here.
Yeah. The race for level 2 is important, just like in bot lane. It's the 7 creep here. You can compare it to like a mid lane matchup. First wave drops, and then the first creep of the second wave is where you can level up, and then obviously go in for a good trade while you have an extra spell up versus your opponent.
And what we see right here on your screen, guys, this is where Europe is the experts, because they have been practicing these like bush things, and then you face check and you see who wins out. Peke might just see if he can get a little bit of damage. Oh, he spots him with the sweeper.
And the push starts. Draven can actually push pretty hard level 1 with the axe spam. Peke trying to catch up.
As long as you're like keeping up, you should be able to get level 2 as well by the time he stepped forward to kind of give you a hit. But yeah, Dravens love to get that level 2, speed themselves up, get a few extra auto attacks in.
Yeah, good trade both sides. 1 axe versus 1 W proc. There's a CS behind, but honestly, I don't think this match will get to CS max here. So there's poke from xPeke, but Aphromoo is poised. 1 more axe of that creep, and then the next melee creep that dies will make it so that Aphromoo level 2.
Peke can take down the last cast, I mean, next to that melee, and just even it out. So both gonna get 2.
Yeah.
No one gets any crazy all-ins just yet. Aphromoo might want to get all 3 spells first. But
definitely want the speed boost to follow up after you throw that E out.
And that was actually not the best trade, because you already had a stack on him. Stepping in and start trading and getting stunned by Peke, and it's super, super even so far. But I think Aphromoo kind of knows, like, level 6 for him, using his ulti effectively in a big one-on-one is very difficult.
You only get half of the damage by the time it returns. Sidestep, Aphromoo going
all in.
Exhaust.
See, trading back and forth. Aphromoo going down.
He's down.
Aphromoo disrespecting the stun 2 times in a row.
KO. He falls down. Peke, that's the Kennen's dream. A few minions helping you on the side. Axis coming very linear. You know where Draven's going.
You do, and I mean, again, let's see the crowd.
Triple.
I'm pretty sure it's... Nah, you can't really say my name either here. It's a bad name I picked.
Yep.
Luckily not worse than Sifa, so...
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that one. xPeke, fan favorite, takes it home. Blows a kiss to the fans.
Of course. Or to the casters.
Casters. We are right in front of him, after all.
Let's see the all-in one more time. So Aphromoo has minions on him. He's gonna get exhausted. He gets stunned at the same time. He knows it's due.
That's a trade you will never win because you can exhaust champion damage, but minion damage will be consistent. So 3 range creeps, a cannon and a melee creep on you. That is the equivalent of just a champion fighting back.
I think Aphromoo kind of knew.
He knew.
Okay, I need to try something very early on. Getting to level 6 is super risky against the cannon.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, we
had
see...
the back timing.
He did, true, very true. I mean, maybe he was trying to contest the relic as well. That was just spawning right in front of them, but super risky all in for him. Obviously backfired. Draven, though, against Kennen, I think it's a little bit of a mismatch. I think Kennen really is one of the absolute S-tier picks in this game mode here.
Ideally, you need to find a way to weave your axes in the minion wave so you can step out of Kennen's Q-poke at least. Hit him in the face with some axes. The push is what generates you an advantage. Pushing into the tower so the CS drops. Get an ideal back with a maybe 10 creeps advantage. Get an extra item and then look for a good play. I think Aphromoo was a little overeager here. xPeke did well by this time. Waited for minion assistance.
I felt like xPeke is kind of set back and he's just kind of waiting like, oh, you're going all in, fair enough. I'm going to take that trade. I'm going to stun you. I'm going to have the minions and then just pick up a very, very easy kill. And still, what we always see in these 1v1s, you know, we look at last year, we look at the 1v1s in the past. The meta develops a little bit over time because now they're sitting a lot of players backstage.
They're all watching this.
They're all watching, they're all cheering, and they're all talking about, oh, that cannon there, that looks pretty strong. Oh, Draven, didn't really work too well.
I think they knew Kennen was pretty strong.
Apparently Aphromoo didn't. Or he got tricked by the Teemo.
Yeah, all the focus was on the Teemo. It was honestly just a bait, an elaborate ruse sprung up by xPeke. He took it home in the end. Good, because we need the points on Team Ice.
Actually, Team Ice is ahead right now.
Yeah, but
I guess they need more points.
Market projections indicate that Team Ice may lose a couple of 5v5 games if they play such a European team like they did this morning.
Now, the next one, Crepo, is also going to be very, very exciting, where we have some top laners going against each other. This one was like a mid laner / AD carry versus
Can't
support.
spoil it. Dash is supposed to introduce them.
I didn't say any names. I said top laners. There's 6 top laners, so you guys can guess yourself, or you can go to lolesports.com and check the schedule. It's kind of spoiled already.
Yeah, that's a kind of spoiler. But they are setting up right now. We have 2 pots on stage, so as the one game is being played, the second team, or the second set of players is setting up. And again, they can see the screen in-house. It's actually super cool where they can, if somebody's brush camping, they will know. But to get more about the next set of players, who it actually is, let's toss it over to Dash and see which these top laners are.